it really wasn't me. Um, I mean, I'm not well, I mean, I was always so busy. Like, you have to understand that even as a child, even as a young child, like, I am the most busy person. Like I say, 800 galaxies, 12 races, nine of them extremely old, and I'm the creator, and basically, and then there's 700 other types of life, 700,000 other types of life that go with it. So, and like I say, all these mines, the White Star Fleet, and like I say, 150 submarines, thousands of jets, and jet engines. Like I say, everything from the Comet to the 747 to the HMS Rodney, and everything else. So, I mean, I actually own the ships, and the Lusitania, I own that one too, and I think I sold one of them, like the oh, something or other. But um, I mean, I had the Titanic insured as well, so technically, which is kind of funny because I wanted to insure the Titanic just in case something did happen to it. Um, so my Titanic was actually insured, so which is basically bankrupted the company pretty much. But I mean, so I actually ended up owning a country that way too. So when it sank, because it was insured. It's kind of funny. I insured the Titanic. I did. They actually had to form a big enough thing, and the Titanic was insured right up until the point in time when it sank. So technically, I own the insurance company. I own this country pretty much, basically. So I just owned the country after that, anyway. So when it sank, because technically, well, I mean, he basically just defaulted or whatever. I mean, anyway, though, but it gets complicated there. But but anyway, though, and like I say, I bankrolled the war or whatever. I bankrolled everything, and really, realistically, it wasn't really necessarily a war. Like, I went through it, and it was basically just a bunch of skirmishes. Like, this town gets shot up. They shoot these civilians, and they run, and then or they take surrenders, or like they would get people to give up their guns, and then they would shoot them all. And then, like I said, we caught them in Russia. They came up there and like 30 guys gave up, and they were like, "There's more guys around here," and my people were like, "They ran off. We don't know where they are." And like one of the guys was standing back or whatever, and they were watching them, or something like that. I forget. I think they had sharpshooters, and they're watching them, and they went to spray, and they started spraying. I think they got two guys or a guy or wounded somebody. I don't really know. And they're like, "Sure enough, yep, they were gonna shoot us." So we had like four sharpshooters up on the ridge, and my guys were always like super careful of people because they always say surrender and give us our guns, and then they shoot people, and we knew it was going around. We knew there were people going around doing that, saying surrender, and we won't hurt you, or we're the Confederate Army, or we're the Jimmy Joe John shoot you in the back army, and then so that was happening, and so my people knew about it. We knew about it, like I say, and so my people were being extra careful. And I said, well, make sure that they're actually my people and not some other people, because I was America, but they might just be wearing American uniforms. You never really know. So my people were being extra careful about all that, and my people got wise, as they say to it. Anyway, though, so like I said, the White Star Mine, I think there was a North Star Mine. I ended up owning like 30 mines, or 40 of the biggest mines, basically. Mostly because when after the ships were built, I still owned the mines, because I was basically bankrolling the mining equipment pretty much. All the way from Roman times all the way up, building towns, and like I say, all these little like vacation spots. And like I say too, plus a lot of these seeding stuff, and then at some point in time, like I say, Germany creates the first seed pack, basically, which is pretty much what it is it's basically a seed, and that it has all the vitamins and nutrients around it, basically. And then they would fly over an area, and they would scatter these seeds. and you can actually see them the in the films. They'll be flying and they'll be throwing seeds out as they go. And what those seeds are, well, we tried it with just seeds, but it didn't really work. We wanted 100% guaranteed seeding. So what they started doing is putting them in, I think it was like a little paper container or something like that, where it's nutrients and everything or something like that. We tried it a couple different methods, but basically they would put it in the stuff and they would just throw it out the airplane as they're flying along. And so that's how a lot of these forests actually get planted, is they just throw seed out, and then they'll take another pass. You can actually see them in the old war video films and everything. You'll see these people flying over the, and they're like, they get a little bucket in their thing, or the passenger in the back throws a bucket, and then they'll make another pass. And they film it too. Yeah, it's like, I forget what they call it. It's supposed to be White Star seeding or something like that, or whatever. And we're trying to make scenic things and also trying to do lumbering as well, lumber. So they make these passes up in these places like this. They'll go along the back roads and they'll come back, and then they'll make 2 or 3 passes. And then we would watch it grow or whatever, and they would go off and do another hill. And then they'd go do another hill. And what grows. I mean, it's supposed to grow just from the little packet, so it's supposed to get started, basically. And that's how we did a lot of the forest, is that we were just throwing seeds out, basically, as the planes flew along. Little ragwing planes. And then later on we would chop them down through a White Star steam. I think they used to call it White Star steam mill or whatever. But Lucifer Star milling machines. And then we'd sell the lumber or whatever, or use the lumber for the towns or whatever. A little business, starting up. And then so that's how I did all the forests, because it's a lot easier and faster to just fly over an area and just throw seeds out. And I had my scientists working on getting the seeds 100% to grow, and they actually show it. It's like, our seeds are so good they can grow on the table, and it shows like the little seedling, and it like opens up and then starts growing and everything like that. And I think they did time lapse for that or something like that. Anyway, advertising, huge. I was always Lucifer Star, the biggest in advertising. And so they would show these films and stuff, and people would be like, yeah, we want to get those seeds. And then that's another way that my aircraft got money and stuff, because it's like, well, yeah, we want you to do it. We want you to seed the mountain for us, because you can do it faster. And so my airplanes, well, we'll take a quarter of your and 1/4 of your wood or whatever. And they're like, yeah, no problem, yeah. So I was building up, and then I started doing the benefits and everything, and everyone's just like, we want to be with you, yeah, like White Star line, White Star, whatever, Lucifer Star, basically. So over the years, it's just a little bit here, a little bit there, and like people don't even really know exactly who I am. They don't know necessarily that I'm creator of 800 galaxies, and I'm just another businessman. I always love to be like, I'm just another businessman, business person. And I was just doing my little thing, a little side project, leading my people. I know that. It's like I'm your creator, but I didn't want to shock people. And I didn't want people to be like, it's like, yeah, well, I created you, so. Anyway, so that's what all that is about. So, I like to warm people up to ideas, usually. So, anyway, it's just about